Good morning, my fellow humans and my fellow vampire blockers. My name is Larry. Today's the second day I embark on my YouTube journey, and I woke up nice and early to write down some key points to talk about my first video that I posted yesterday on coworkers that talk a big game on problems and issues at work, but they won't go to foremen, shop stewards, supervisors, human resources, anyone who is an authoritative, figure who can help out with certain issues on the job. Excuse me. Now, there's a number of reasons why they can't speak up. It could be from parents not raising them to stand up for what's right, for yourself, for fellow coworkers, for friends who you think are even friends, but in reality, you'll come to see that people you work with, they're really not your friends. They're your friends if you're doing things for them. And when you no longer are value to them, they're no longer your friend because they feel that their life is more valuable than your life. Okay. Now, the reason why they can't speak up is because they're in debt. A lot of people run that gauntlet or that rat race or that gerbil wheel of just going through the motions. Come to work, make a paycheck. I don't like what's going on, but I'm going to buy some material things and it will make me happy. I'll buy a new car, I'll buy a bigger house, I'll buy a boat, I'll buy some jewelry, I'll buy some clothes, and that will make me happy. What made me happy is when, honestly, I followed Dave Ramsey. I have to give him a shout out. I follow Dave Ramsey, Graham Stephan, Josh Pradeep Singh from the Minority Mindset, and it was a couple other YouTube influencers that in 2016, I was one of those people. I had a extremely nice car that I made payments on every month. I had credit card debt. I'm paying interest rates, but had a savings account with, I want to say 25,000 in it, but I had credit card debt that was 30,000. So it made no sense because I felt, oh, that cushion that I have, it helps me sleep at night. But every week I was working 7 days a week, 6 days a week, spending all this money on interest rates and on cars and on being flashy and a lifestyle and partying and, and drinking. Now, that's a whole nother subject that I'll get into later on the channel, with drinking and abusing drugs and partying and just living a lifestyle. But I'm going to stay on the point where a lot of your coworkers, you could be one of them, where you're in debt. You come to work every day just for a paycheck because you know that you have to support your lifestyle. You can't take a day off of work. I work with people, they work 7 days a week around the clock. They're 65, 70, and haven't retired yet. What I do is a union job. There's a pension, there's an annuity. And guys cannot leave because they took loans out on their annuities because they think it's a savings account. Their retirement can't support the lifestyle that they created while they worked 35, 40 years. Now, I'm just going to touch base on a few things, okay? You're a slave. I'm sorry. You're a slave to your company, and they know that. Have you ever worked with someone and they could do whatever they want? They come and go as they please. They're late. They leave early. They take days off and nothing happens to them? Your job knows that they don't care. So what can you do to a person who doesn't care, either whether they just don't care about their future or they're financially free, where they're like, okay, you got to do what you got to do. I'm following my dreams. Okay? If you're a slave to a job, or you're a slave to something that's not building you or making you better, you're going to wake up one day, you're going to be 55, 60, 70 years old, and you're going to be miserable because you're going to say, I could have did that. I should have did that. I had that idea first. I started boxing at the age of 40. I started boxing this year in March. You know how many people, friends, family, you can't box. 40 years old and now you want to learn how to box? Yeah. Because when you're financially free, you could take days off of work to go do things you wish you would have did. You could become a boxer, you could play the violin, the piano, a professional trainer. Your hobbies can turn into a way of income as a side hustle. Now, just like I said yesterday, I'm not doing YouTube to make money, but if I happen to make money in the process, all well and good. It helps me quicker along my journey of being more financially independent. But it's to spread the message that things need to be said and done to change your future or your kids' futures. I don't have any children, but I set up a college fund for my niece so her future could be different than mine, where she doesn't have to put in all those hours and working around the clock. She could have a career where she makes her own hours if she chooses to. Now, let's talk about a few things. Credit cards. You should not have a credit card if you have any type of auto loan debt, student loan debt, any type of debt other than your home. Points don't make a difference. If you have a credit card and you're using a credit card to eat out, but you have car payments and all type of other debt, you're robbing Peter to pay Paul. I don't have a car payment. I pay my insurance in full. That's how you get the points. You pay your car insurance in full on your credit card and you get the points. Now, Dave Ramsey's going to say no to credit cards. Don't use credit cards. Credit cards are bad. They are 100% bad if you don't pay them off every month and you're carrying student loan balances, credit card balances, car notes. If you're underwater, you shouldn't have a credit card. You should be paying cash or a debit card because that's what you can afford. You shouldn't have a credit card. Now, all these people that buy these expensive cars. Okay, I'm just going to name a few. I know I'm going to miss some. Comment below if I miss some, but on your way to work or on your way to doing what you're doing, take a look around you at these cars. We got Range Rovers. Now listen, I'm a car guy, so big car guy, and we'll get into that down the road. Range Rover, BMWs. Not just any BMWs, people. The new M3s and the new M4s. You're talking base price of $75K for these cars. These competition packs, 80, 82. These Range Rover autobiography editions, 100. Teslas, people. Don't say you're buying a Tesla because you care about the economy. Okay? You care about the economy and you want to help the economy and Tesla stock's going up. I don't want to hear that crap. You also don't care about really? You really care about pollution, buying a Tesla? What about your wallet? Care about your wallet. There are $100,000 in depreciation on these things. They drop like rocks to like 40, 50 grand. If you want to save the planet, why don't you buy something that started the game off? A Prius, a Toyota hybrid. They started the game. Why not buy the OG of economy cars? The OGs that started the game. The Toyota Prius. You don't got to get a Tesla. Wow. $100,000 for Teslas, and I see them used 3 years old for like 40. Hellcats, Red Eyes, Scat Packs, these big Hemis. That guy cares about the globe. He cares about the world, and that guy doesn't. Now me, I'm a car guy. I have two cars. I have a 2013 Corvette Grand Sport, white on black. They didn't make too many of those. You know, has the ride control, 6-speed stick. And my daily's a 2018 certified pre-owned Hyundai Elantra Sport, 6-speed, paid off. I'll show you those cars in a minute. These new Corvettes, beautiful cars. 10,000, 15, 20 over sticker, 110,000, 120,000, 130,000 for a Chevy. Really? A Chevy. Okay. Wow. I see some people driving McLarens. I actually went through the process of looking at a McLaren, I just wanted to see. I had to know. $5,000 down lease, $3,000 a month, and you're allowed 5,500 miles a year. You do the math on that. Porsche 911s, Porsche 911 trucks. Excuse me, they don't make a Porsche 911 truck, but you see what I'm getting at. That Porsche, but making truck, Cadillac Escalades, and boats, all type of toys. Really, if you work every day and you're cutting coupons to go to the store, but then you're driving to the store in a car where you pay $600, $500, $700 a month, that's a problem. Okay. Pack your own lunch. I pack my lunch every day. You can eat healthier when you pack your own lunch. Okay? You can eat way healthier. Eating out on credit cards to get dining points. If you're in debt, you shouldn't be doing that. Playing lotto. Playing the lottery. That's like setting your money on fire. You're literally handing them a ticket, or, excuse me, you're handing them cash. They're handing you a ticket. And you have like a 1 in 286 million chance. But I already know people thinking, yeah, but I got to be in it to win it. Somebody's going to win it. It might as well be me. It won't be you. It won't be you. Do you know they put lottery in the most impoverished neighborhoods? Why do you think that is? Because you're uneducated about money. It don't make a difference if what color you are. They put lottery in poverty-stricken areas because they know you're not conscious about your finances. You're more likely to pull up with an expensive car you can't afford, play lottery. You don't have a 401k. You don't have a Roth IRA. You don't have a traditional IRA. You're not even doing the Roth IRA contributions that are tax-free. You're not doing the 401ks that's the jobs you're working at that if you max that out, they give you free money, but you're playing lotto. You're going to go broke even if you hit the lotto because it's a repeating process. You didn't understand money, you got money, and you blew money. Moving on. Coffee. If you're in debt, you should not be buying coffee. I'm debt free. I could splurge on a Starbucks coffee anytime I want. I can go out there and blow money. I'm debt free. I already have my finances set up in autopilot. Okay? So they're already on autopilot. Every month I invest. A lot of coworkers I work with, we have an annuity. You ask them what funds they're in, they'll say, we're in Prudential. I know you're in Prudential, but what funds are you in? They don't even know what funds they're in. They have no clue what their money's doing. It blows my mind. This is why they got to work every day. They have no clue what their money. Oh, but my wife handles that. No, you have to handle that. You control that. You're the controller of that. Anyway. Boom. Makes 386 ounces of cups of coffee. If you want to get creative and have some gourmet coffee, that shishi fufu. This was bought by the register at Marshall's. Yes, I shop at Marshall's, TJ Maxx, Old Navy. The shirt, Old Navy, $7. I have some nice clothes, but you're gonna see that you're in regular clothes more than you are the dressed up clothes. And if you are in dressed up clothes, buy high quality stuff that will last. Don't put it on a credit card. Pay cash. Now, this is before I go. I'm just gonna take a sip of my coffee. Okay. Walk with me. Let's show you what's in my garage. Ooh, what's that? Corvette Grand Sport, that white on black. Paid off. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, she's got some work done. Cam, headers, exhaust, intake, all your toys, all the bells and whistles paid off. Look at that, 6-speed, 2-tone interior. Grand Sport, paid off. Shout out to Ideal Cars, save the manuals. And there's the work car. That's the car. Yeah, I covered my plate because